Farming is hard, and we all need and deserve access to food. My journey in the food industry started 6 years ago with my previous company. About a year and a half ago, my father-in-law told me that he figured out how to communicate with plants. I immediately know that this is the technology that's going to revolutionize the most important industry in the world, agriculture. Today, even with the flooding of new agriculture technologies, farmers lose on average 12% of their yields to pathogens, while at the same time applying 20 to 30% excess fertilizers and chemical crop protection inputs. Our farm size continuously grow, and agronomists are stretched servicing larger and larger fields. And we haven't seen any significant seed innovation in the last 25 years. We need a new solution. Tim is a farmer I met 2 months ago in Hay. He manages a 40,000 hectare field, and for the non-farmers in the audience, that is about 4 times the size of Sydney. And he does it by employing less than 10 full-time people. He goes out into his field twice a week with his agronomist to scout for potential problems, just hoping he'll find the problems early enough to mitigate the yield loss. Farmers today do manual scouting, they over-apply chemicals as preventative measures, and they install various expensive digital sensors and imaging technologies, but none of them work. Yet there is a way. The plant is the best instrument to tell us what it needs. So what if we can simply ask the plant? And today we can do just that. At InnerPlant, we're giving plants a voice. We're doing this by developing a genetic trait that is bred into all seeds. So the farmer receives their seed with the sensor capabilities already built in, transforming their entire field into millions of living sensors. Our biosensors can detect fungal pressure, insect pressure, water stress, and nutrient deficiencies within 24 to 48 hours of the initial stress, while every other technology requires an additional 2 to 4 weeks, which is a lifetime in agriculture. We do this by tracking early and specific changes in the plant's RNA when it's experiencing stress, and generating a fluorescent optical signal that's emitting from the surface of the leaf, using different colors to represent different problems within the same plant. Our data is then collected through satellite images so that we can seamlessly provide farmers with the best actionable recommendation platform. Our vision is to create the best data set and recommendation platform with minimal cost and no additional work or change to the day-to-day operations of farmers. By providing early detection, farmers will be able to reduce their input applications, knowing with confidence that their crops are healthy, while at the same time increasing their yields by reducing losses to pathogens. So with InnerPlant, there is no trade-off. Farmers will become more sustainable, more profitable, and more efficient. Our business model is based on a well-worn commercialization path. We're going to charge for the seed trait at the beginning of the season on a per hectare basis, then provide farmers with access to the software platform for free throughout the season. We're creating the most exciting genetic trait since GMOs were first launched in 1996, and we aim to replicate their adoption curve that saw a 95% uptake in 6 to 8 years. This is clearly a technology that farmers want to embrace. Last year, farmers globally grew 122 million hectares of soy, which is our first commercial crop. Commercializing on soy alone will be a massive opportunity, but our technology can easily be translated into additional crops and will continue to expand into other row crops. Yet the real opportunity is in the data. For the first time, we'll know the health status of crops on a global scale, monitoring millions of hectares daily. For the first time, we'll know the efficacy of crop protection products because our signal goes away when the plant is treated and is healthy. We are essentially transforming the entire world into a trial plot. And we'll be using this new data that never existed before in order to create the next generation of agriculture inputs, from chemicals to biologicals to microbials. Due to enabling technologies and the reducing cost of biology development, we've been able to do in 10 months what would have taken us 6 years only a decade ago. We've proven that biosensors are achievable. In a month, we're doing our first field trial, collecting data passively using satellites in field conditions. By the end of the year, we'll have 40 varieties of biosensors ready for testing in greenhouse. And by next spring, our biosensors are going to be in field experiments. I'm Shelly Aronov. I'm a third-time founder, and I'm working with a team of amazing technologists and biologists with experience from some of the top universities, companies in the world. Most entrepreneurs are intimidated by this consolidated industry, but we're not. We're the team with the skills, the drive, and the vision to catalyze the third green revolution, the data revolution. Thank you.